Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And I appreciate you so much for clicking on my video. So today I'm in a bit of a mood, okay? It's been a weird day for me. I've been feeling called to make this video today because my ego is really ruining my life. I don't really know how to put it. Like, the ego is really the root of all misery. I hate to say it, but it's so true. A lot of us feel like we're not worthy because we don't have the things that we want, or, the things that we think that we want, or we're comparing ourselves to others, or feel like we're not holding ourselves up to the standards that we feel like we're supposed to be at, and lately feel like I've been feeling very down, and I didn't it's weird because lately I've actually been thriving, okay? I've been so happy, but on the inside I have been feeling like this sadness, and I'm like, where is this sadness coming from? And I realized, which, I'm not 100% sure, but from, after I meditated on it and I've just looked at the whole situation, I realized it's my ego that is sad. Like, my ego feels like I'm neglecting it. Like, I know it's so weird, but I'm leading a life, I'm on a path to enlightenment at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I'm leading a life that is of happiness and joy. And I feel like the ego just gets in the way of that. I don't know. And this is just an opinion, this is just my testimony. But I just feel like a ego-centered life is just not the way to live. And how you know that you're living an ego-centered life is when you are comparing yourself to others, or you don't feel abundant or successful already. You think that, you need your reality to confirm this for you. Or maybe you just feel like you're not good enough in general, like you just don't look good enough. Like, leaving things to a superficial value, like, oh, I don't have enough followers or views on my YouTube video, or so and so is making the same content that I'm making and they're getting a whole bunch more views, so I feel like less worthy. Like, all of these thoughts are literally your ego, and that's why I'm making this video. I'm not, just making this, if you're like trying to be a content creator or something like that, but just in general, maybe like just comparing yourself to others, or not feeling worthy of your goals or worthy of the things that you want. I'm making this video for people that are experiencing that, just to know that you're not alone, and we all have an ego. Only some of us, have reached the point where of a ego death, or being able to suppress your ego, you know what I mean? And it is all working out as it's supposed to, okay? And I've learned, like, when it comes to these thoughts, I need to detach myself from them. Like, the ego always wants to be right, always wants to win, always wants to like hold a grudge toward people. Like, I'll show them. Like, like, that is all ego, and these are all like conditions that I have within myself, and it sucks. Like, I don't want to be someone that feels like life is a competition. I don't want to be someone that feels like they're better than other people. Like, this is just not me at all. But ego me, like, if it was up to my ego, oh heck yeah. Like, oh, we'll show them, oh, we can be better than them, or oh, once I do X, Y, and Z, then I'll be successful, then I'll be rich, then I'll have all that I want. And that's just not like the life that I am choosing to live. I refuse to live in misery, and I refuse to live by something that is so disconnected from source, literally. And I feel like that's what our ego is for. It's to disconnect us from our true self, like from the self that is divine, loving, doesn't judge anyone, doesn't judge themselves. You know what I mean? And we have this, so we can find our way back to our truth. You know what I mean? I feel like our ego like tests us in a way, and that's how I felt lately. I felt so tested, and I've been able to really look at who I am as a person, and I'm like, wow, I'm having a lot of thoughts that I do not want to have. And I've been reading this book, Power of Intention. I know I've mentioned a couple times on my channel something in this book. It was saying like you have to rewire every one of these thoughts, like especially these ego driven thoughts, and think like, I want to feel good. I intend to feel good. So why am I sitting here having these thoughts that make me feel miserable? Like I was having thoughts about another person, and I was definitely judging them, and it's just like this need for me to be right, or for me to like, I don't know, feel like I know better. And it's just not like, it doesn't make me feel good. It does not benefit me. Like I feel like there is no benefit in judging others, or like downing yourself. I was downing myself so much, and I'm just like, I felt so ashamed of myself. And I'm like, you're supposed to be loving, you're supposed to be this, like you're not. And then it's like, also not trying to be one of those like people that are spiritual, then they're like judgmental, they think they're so much better than everyone else. Like, I feel like that's what I was giving, and it's like that is the last thing that I want to be, you know what I mean, at all. Like that is just not me. And I had to like really get into myself, and I'm like, these are not my thoughts. Like these are literally my ego's thoughts, and my ego will be loud. Like my ego is so loud because I'm suppressing it so much. And I feel like that's where, when I was mentioning earlier how I felt like this deep sadness, I feel like that's where that's coming from. It's like I'm suppressing my ego, so it's like my ego is like literally butthurt, like, so we're not important, so we're not special, so we're not winning, so we don't know it all. Like it's like all of these things that seems to matter so much, but it doesn't. Like at the end of the day, I just want to be happy. Like that's all I want. I just want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled, and I want to have loving thoughts for other people, and I want to be there for other people, and I want to be like a god, like someone. I want, like, what would Jesus do type vibe. Like I want to know what would God do in this situation. What would a holy person do in this situation. A holy person is not going to judge, you know what I mean. A holy person is not going to down themselves. So yeah, that's just, I just wanted to come and talk about it, just in case anyone's feeling this way, or feeling like just sad, like not worthy, or like they're just being judgmental or judging, toward the world or themselves, like judgmental toward the reality. Like why isn't like things how it's supposed to be, or why don't I have the things that I want? And I just want you to know, like, all of these thoughts are literally just coming from your ego, and this is not like the true most divine you. Like the true most divine you literally knows that everything is working out as it should, and that everything is going to be okay, and knows that like the world is just made from unconditional love, and like you are just unconditional love of yourself. Like that is what the true so anything else, like you feeling separate from what you want, or you not feeling like not worthy or not successful, or downing yourself, comparing yourself to others, any of these negative thoughts, they're coming from your ego, babe. And that's something I realize. It's all ego. Any like separation you might feel from others, all ego. And that's just something I have realized so much more, in these past few days. And I refuse to live an ego driven life. I refuse to live a life where I am miserable, because guess what? All of those thoughts lead to misery. Like that's it. It doesn't lead to like happiness, comparing yourself to others and downing yourself, and all of these things, judging others. It doesn't, it literally leads to a life of misery. And I refuse to live a life of misery. So whenever you have these thoughts, detach yourself from them. These are not your true thoughts. This has nothing to do with you. This is your ego. And this is just something you're going to learn to suppress and quiet down. And it's going to hurt. It's going to suck. Like, I've been feeling just so down. And I'm like, damn, I'm actually a really happy person. I only have everything to be grateful for. What is there to be down about? And I realized I had to separate myself. Like, this isn't my emotion. This isn't me. Like, this is not how the true me feels. This is the ego me. You know what I mean? Like, the human me feels like this. And I just have to acknowledge it, nurture it, let things be accepted, and know that we are moving past this. So I keep telling myself I'm moving past this and I am working on it. I'm only human and I'm not perfect. And that's something else that I've had to, have grace with myself for. I want to be perfect so bad. I don't understand why. I just want to be perfect so bad. And I realize I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. And, it is what it is. And at least I am self aware. I'm extremely self aware. And at least I'm getting better every day. And I can just give myself that. And, it's just a process at the end of the day. But, cheers to living a life of happiness and only having thoughts that serve us. Any thought that does not, serve you, goodbye. That's it. Say goodbye to the thought. Goodbye. I see you thought, but goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to let this go. It's okay to detach. Like, it's okay to have the thought too. You have to be okay. Like know that it's okay that you did have that thought. Forgive yourself, accept yourself, or for having like a certain emotion, like me feeling down for, literally no reason. It's okay. And we feel these things for a reason. It's signs, that our body is telling us, maybe, obviously I've realized that there's something deep within me that is not okay with what I'm doing, and it's just my ego. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you to see if anyone could relate, or if they even, see where I'm coming from, or if, and hopefully this helped you in some way. Just know we're all on, our journey, and we're all in this together. So you're never alone. Just know that. And true you is love. Remember that. True you is love. And anytime you think negatively, always realign with love. That's what I do every time. Realign with love. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Love you.